Hello everyone, Randy here, and we are working on my truck here. I've got a leaking modulator on my transmission that I need to replace. And unfortunately the catalytic converter here is directly in the way. So, I'm going to take the two bolts here out. They look a little bit on the crusty side. Okay, a lot on the crusty side. And then I got 3 bolts over here. Hopefully you guys can actually see that. 2 here, and then there's 1 back behind there. That's going to be the fun one. And the modulator is right there. So as you can see, really hard to get to with the catalytic converter in the way. Catalytic converter is about a year old. I put a new one on at about 200,000 miles, so it's got a brand new catalytic, well, almost brand new catalytic converter. So these bolts here are only like a year old. Front bolts I put stainless steel on because when I had to replace it, I ended up having to cut them off. And that was a pain in the butt trying to get up in there to cut those bolts off. So I decided I never wanted to do that again, so I put stainless steel on. Probably never have to take them off again anyway, but anyway. So let's get started. I figure we'll start with the easy ones over here. And I should probably put some WD-40 or something on those. What do I got? Some penetrating oil should do the trick. Liquid wrench. Actually, we're going to need have to do this with a wrench. For maximum safety, safety glasses. Okay. Make sure we got her in reverse. Now, you look at that. That was easier than I thought it would be. Gotta love when the nut's stuck in there. Oh, there it is. Okay. Always gotta be something that gets stuck under. Silly washer. There we go. Okay. Should probably get a container to set them in, but that should be good enough for now. Okay. Just a regular wrench here. Socket. Stuff like this, I prefer to use the 6-point socket, if I can anyway. Okay. Alright, that fits. Oh my goodness. I might have to get a regular socket here so I can actually get this on here. Oh, wow. Oh. All right, slightly tight. You know what I probably do? Wow, those are tight, seriously tight. I don't know why. Obviously we're loose on there. Okay, let me see if I can get a regular socket here. Oh yeah. Actually, you know what? I can probably use this one maybe. Yeah, that should work. Nope. Always goes that way, don't it? Never quite get on there. Actually, do this. There we go. Okay folks, and I'm back. The camera died just as I broke that nut free, and by breaking it free I meant 2 pieces. Put the big old breaker bar on it, and there's a reason they call it a breaker bar. So I don't know why or what happened with this one. I got the other 2 out. This one's out, and the other one I didn't take it out yet, but it's loose up there. Bolt itself looks like it's good. There must have been maybe a burr or something on the threads. That's the only thing I can assume. So that bolt's bad, unfortunately. The other 2 came out great though, so that's good. So this catalytic converter should be ready to come out. As you can see, that bolt, stainless, perfect shape. I think that's stainless 316 if I remember correctly. Looks like what it says on the head there anyway. Okay, we got a seal on there. I want to try not to wreck the seal. Hey, let's see what's here. Guys, I'll probably take this back part off first here. If I can anyway. There we go. There's another seal there. That one apparently is not going to come off, so that should be okay. There you go. One, well actually technically 2 catalytic converters. Heat shields. Let's see here. This is, yeah, that's the output end to the exhaust muffler. Intake of the exhaust, anyway. That looks nice and clean so far. Okay, set that off to the side. Let's see if we can get a look at this modulator here. Yeah, it's right there. And there's a, I'm probably blocking it when I point to it, but there's a bolt right up top there. Basically like a retaining clip on it that holds it in, so I do not have a new modulator yet, so I'm going to have to wait to take this out until I get the new modulator. I may or not be able to record that depending on how late the modulator comes in, so I'm waiting for it to come in. It's supposed to be in yet today, probably yeah, later today. So like I said, may or may not be able to record me actually changing this out depending on how late it comes in. But there it is. Okay folks, and we got the part. Didn't actually take or get it as late as I thought I would, so there it is. Vacuum modulator. I believe that's the part number there, I guess, the FM2336. Anyway, we'll just set that back in the box for the moment. I've got the transmission fluid here again. We'll put a little bit on the O-ring there before we slide it in. So, now comes the fun part. I'm not sure where I'm going to set you guys so you can actually see this. Maybe right there. I got to keep you guys out of the way too so I can actually where can I set you guys? That's a good question. You know what? I don't know if it'll work. But if I can get you guys right there, that might. You know what? Maybe I'll do that. Okay, hopefully folks can actually see that. I don't know what kind of shot you got, but we'll find out. So I'm going to put a little transmission fluid here on the O-ring. Okay, little. I mean pour it on apparently. Didn't quite mean to put that much on. And I'll just set it back in the box for now. Now, the transmission is obviously full of fluid here, so I have no idea what to expect if it's all going to come pouring out here. Don't know. Probably all going to come pouring out. Okay, there's the retaining clip. So I believe, like I said, it's probably going to come flying out, so I'm going to try to have the new one ready to go to slap in as soon as, or as fast as I can. Probably see the fluid leaking out there. That's an indication it's bad, so okay. Okay folks, I had to do a little bit of a looking to see once what happened here. Because when I took this off, I had, I guess I can't show you too, but I had this green plastic doohickey that came out from somewhere. Don't know what it was, don't look like it was important, so I'll put this back together. One thing you do want to watch out for when you take this out, there might be a rod in there that's going to come out. In my case, it did. So when you put the new one in, just make sure you don't put the rod back in, which I did, so I do not know. When I get the camera down, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. I cannot see the hole here. There it is. Okay. kind of working this by feel here. There it is. Okay. Okay, that feels pretty good. Okay, folks, here's what I'm talking about. These pieces in the box here. Hopefully folks can see that okay. I don't know where these came from. You know, when I pulled it out, these pieces came falling down. They make no sense for fitting in the modulator hole there, so I do not know what they are. Hopefully they're not important to the transmission. I guess we'll find out when I'm done if it works or not. Hopefully it does. But yeah, that's the parts that were confusing me here. So I took the break, I went and took a look at the parts breakdown again. And I don't see nothing like this on any of the part breakdowns. Obviously that rod in there. Inside the middle of that modulator is going to be a little rod, probably about that long. That may or may not come out. You gotta make sure you put that back in if it does. So let's do it. So back on. Now I gotta put the catalytic converter back on. And one thing I'm going to do in a moment, I'm going to blow out the vacuum line that goes down to this because it's full, or was full anyway, of transmission fluid. So I want to kind of get that out of there, if there's any in there yet anymore. Okay, I could not see if any fluid came out or not, but show you guys what I've been doing up here. This is the line that runs down to the transmission. I just stuck my air nozzle in it, blew it out. And in the process, I also lost this cap that goes on here. Everything is really oily here, and I'm hoping this is what is causing all this oily. If you notice when I put this on, it's like, I mean, just slides on. That should not be the case. Same thing with this one. I mean, it's vacuum, so it'll suck it on, not the biggest deal, but I'm hoping that'll fix the oily problem there, along with fixing the transmission shifting problem. So, with that, I think we're going to put the catalytic converter on. Depending on battery life, I may or may not record that. We'll see once. Okay, we got to do one last thing up here. Make sure we reconnect that. Otherwise, this doesn't do any good. And I don't have a whole lot of battery left, but I'm going to start putting the catalytic converter back on. So I'll set you guys back there somewhere. Hopefully you guys can see. And let's get started. Okay, folks, there we go. All complete. That'll wrap up this video then.